Hey guys, it's Carlos from Spark. Right now we're going to talk about some strength for Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Okay, so man, isometric strength is super important. We're going to show you a couple drills that are going to improve the isometric ability of your shoulders and your hips. What isometric means is kind of basic. It's just your ability to maintain a position and be mobile kind of elsewhere. And so much of Jiu-Jitsu is framing in this position, framing here, kind of using your hips and your knees to keep your training partner or the person you're competing against kind of at bay while you impart your will. So a couple of the drills, 3 of them today, are going to be focused on our shoulder stability and our shoulder isometric power. First one is going to be a bell lift. It's just a simple kettlebell row in a plank position. So we're going to be here. I'm going to use not a terribly heavy bell, but we're going to set my push-up position strong, firm. My hands are under my armpits. They are not way out in front of me. I'm not leaning on my shoulder joint. I'm actually engaging all those scapular muscles. My feet can be wide if I want to make this a little bit easier for now. But so right now I'm going to make it big, real easy for me. And I'm going to bring those elbows kind of pointing forward. I'm going to take my bell or my resistance. In this case, it's a kettlebell. I'm going to pull. I'm going to work my best to maintain flat. I don't want to open up too much in this setup. I also don't want to let it crumble me down. And I don't want this arm to fold. Okay, so I might do a few reps in here, hover the bell, and again, I can add push-ups into the bell. I can add resistance from all kinds of directions. But this basic plank setup and bell row is a great foundation for improving your shoulder stability. That's going to impact how you train. All right, everybody, movement number 2 for improving that shoulder stability is going to look a lot like our traditional Turkish get-up, or at least the beginning pieces of it. A couple things to note. I'm using not a terribly heavy bell right here because I'm really working on the focusing on my stability. I'm also familiar with using things like a sneaker or a yoga block to make sure we drill this home right. But I want to show you with the bell just because it's like what you're going to do. So we're going to start in a lying position. I'm going to show you with my left arm grasping the bell, and that is not how I would typically pick a bell up, but it's not good for TV. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to press that arm straight out in front of us. We're going to take our traditional Turkish get-up position with the right leg down, the left arm extended, the left knee up, and then my right hand to the floor. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to focus on pressing my left heel into the ground. I'm going to pull my left elbow into the ground and get into the up prop position of the Turkish get-up, something like this. Now, that wasn't the best thing ever, but this position is pretty solid. My wrist is slightly flexed. It's not extended. This is no good for my elbow, and then this kind of places a lot of extra stress on my wrist. So I'm flexing the wrist. It is making that bell heavy on the back of my hand. So from here, I'm also pressing my right shoulder down strong into the ground. I'm not out here, which is hardly any stability on the downside. I'm really pushing it down. I'm reaching for the ceiling as high as I can with my eyes through my hand. And then a lot of the work is in this eccentric position. So I'm going to come down slowly without flopping. I'm pulling with my elbow, I'm grabbing with my heel and trying not to flop down. I might do 3 or 4 reps. When I'm done, I'm going to put it down here. I'm going to put both hands on the bell. I'm going to bend my other knee, and I'm going to roll to put it down to protect my shoulder. So another easy move. It's a Turkish get-up variation just towards the armbar or prop position. Many other variations after that, but it's a great one to start from and get some work in so that you have that shoulder stability that's going to translate to the mat. All right, guys, movement number 3 for today is a bell plank series where we're dragging the bell. And so I want everybody to kind of use their imagination on this one. We have a ton that we teach our grappler clients or any client who needs that shoulder stability. And so we're going to start in our plank position, and we're going to show you the basic drag, and then we're going to show you some variations that we use that have been a lot of fun. So up, push-up position. I got the bell on the outside of my body. My shoulders are down. My elbows are pointing forward. I'm going to grab that bell from the opposite hand. I'm going to pull it across. I'm trying not to come forward with the shoulder. I'm trying not to round my elbow or flex it. I'm going to come back to square. I'm going to reach, and I'm going to drag again. Okay? So I can do any number of repetitions in that direction. We can show you this cross that we do a lot, which is a lot of fun. So same plank setup, and instead of going only across underneath, what I might do is grab that bell, reach up forward, opposite hand, drags across, reaches forward, opposite hand, drags across, and repeat that guy. So again, use your imagination. There's 100 million ways to try this out. Anything that places your hands on the ground and your shoulder blades active is going to be great. It's going to translate right to rolling, and you're going to have a lot more fun on the mat when you're strong.